Edgar died on a Monday. We all know his work, although few knew his name. Oh, Nugget Man, oh, Nugget Man.
Hello viewers, today on Nugget News we have some Nuggets news, and that is that the beloved hamster of ours has passed away recently. He had a short life, but we have honored him by still continuing our web show Nugget News. Can we please have a moment of silence?
Died on a Monday. We all know his work.
Thank you.
Although few knew
Today on
his
Nugget
name.
News, we'll be talking about a guy who saw a Sasquatch in North Carolina.
We'll also be going over the tragic life of Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah. And in case you haven't noticed, which if you haven't noticed, then you obviously don't watch our show, we have a new set because we have moved locations, and this should be possibly our permanent set, but we might change to a bigger set. We're still working out that kind of thing.
He was out there and he was trying to get my dogs, and I said, get. I said, get away from here. Get. Okay. He had long, beautiful hair and 6 fingers on each hand. And his hair was long and yellowish.
That was our little impression of the guy who saw the Sasquatch in North Carolina.
It was of his interview.
Go on YouTube, search for North Carolina Sasquatch sighting. You see a big burly man in a blue shirt. Click on it, and if you hear him go, get, you know you're on the right video. He's just plain weird.
Yeah, wacky.
Just not right in the head, possibly. Because, you know, Sasquatches totally have 6 fingers and long, beautiful yellow hair, and they totally try and eat dogs and whistle. And another point I need to make here is he used a bear hunting pistol in the Great Smoky Mountain. Anybody heard of this Great Smoky Mountain? And anybody actually go bear hunting with a pistol?
He's got problems, obviously.
Yeah.
Or this is all just some practical joke that he and his buddies had. Yeah. Hey, why don't I go and tell everybody I saw a Sasquatch?
And you know, this Sasquatch was, according to his description, 6 feet tall. Oh wow, that's tall. That's like
I've never seen a 6-foot person in my life.
And yeah, I've never seen a 6-foot Sasquatch. Do you know the Sasquatch song? Oh my gosh, I have to sing it. You don't know Amazing Sasquatch?
No?
Okay, here's a little treat for you all. Amazing Sasquatch, your powers are many. You run through the woods and get photographed. You don't need a coat, but you do need a comb, 'cause your body is basically a beard.
That's great. Who made that?
It was on Saturday Night Live. Me and Gabe actually went into Acapulco and sat in the benches eating our food, singing that at the top of our lungs.
That's great.
Yeah, I wait for the day that somebody recognizes me from the restaurant. So, you know, Sasquatch is hairy, long, beautiful hair.
6 feet tall.
6 feet tall. 6 fingers. Eat dogs. Whistle. They get rough talked. Because, you know, I was a rough talking him. And he went right back up that path to get his pumpkin stick.
And they have cute little voices, too. They're all scary and furry, and they're like,
That's pretty much all about... Oh, he also used a coyote collar, trying to call coyotes, which, why would you want to call coyotes? But apparently, oh, and this is a quote here, instead of them, a ham. A him. And that is the story of the North Carolina Sasquatch man who saw Nobby.
Distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. That was a paragraph from The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe was a great author, but none of his work was really noticed for a long time, and he lived most of his life in poverty.
Yeah. He was always in debt.
Yeah, he was constantly asking money from other people, and he went through a lot of troubling deaths in his life, such as the death of his mother, his foster mother, and his wife, who he married when she was 13, and she was also his first cousin. But they all died young. Both his wife and his mother died at age 24, and all 3 women died of tuberculosis.
He was very depressed, and most of his poems often give that kind of creepy, eerie, depressing feeling.
It's often that he writes scary stories, and everybody pretty much, when you read his stories, it chills the marrow in your bone, as he might say. As there's several of his poems that are quite famous. The Raven, of course, is, and he's written many, many other stories that are very creepy and horrific.
They're very good, though, and they're really popular now. Of course, they weren't then.
When he was actually alive, he did not go by Edgar Allan Poe. He went by Edgar A. Poe. He was born Edgar Poe, and when his mother and father, who were traveling actors, died, when his father abandoned him and his mother, and when his mother died, he was adopted. He wasn't ever formally adopted by the Allens, which kind of hurt his feelings that they never fully adopted him, because he felt like he was their son, but they never made that official. So that's why he wouldn't actually go as Edgar Allan Poe, because he felt hurt inside.
He felt part of them.
When he was married to his wife, he used the last of his savings to buy her a piano, and while she was playing one day, she started to cough. And that's when they knew that she had TB and the disease that had haunted him throughout his life.
And now his wife had it. So he had a very good reasons, really, to be depressed.
He wrote a poem for his wife called Annabel Lee, and The Raven was inspired by his wife's death because it is about a man's dead wife. Talks about her in it. And that is the haunting life of Edgar Allan Poe. We'll see you guys on our next episode, which will be a Halloween-themed episode. We're very excited for it.
Be sure for spooky surprises.
And chilling facts. Push button. Receive bacon. We'll see you all later. Bye.